好，欢迎大家准时来到我们的原力开放日直播间，我是今晚的主持人 Justin，很高兴呢又和大家在周二晚上见面了。那关注 Web3的小伙伴一定对 NFT 再熟悉不过了。那它作为一个新兴的市场，NFT 融入主流的世界的能力呢，也在随着时间的推移而不断的在发展。那当下呢，NFT 的风格也可以说是非常的多种多样。那它其不同的表现形式呢，也是让这个 NFT 本身它富有价值和魅力的特性之一。So, hello everyone, welcome to Force Open Day. I'm tonight's host, Justin, and I'm so happy to see you all again on Tuesday night. And those who follow Web3 for a long time must be quite familiar with NFT. As an emerging market, the notion of NFT to integrate into the mainstream world has evolved over time, and the current style of NFT can be very diverse. And the different forms of expression is one of the characteristics that make NFT valuable and attractive. 那你有没有想过，你如果有一天你可以发起自己的一个 NFT 藏品，并且呢，你的藏品拥有一定的数量的收藏者，那本期的原力开放日呢，就来给你实现它的一个机会。我们为大家带来了一个非常特别的 NFT 项目 Dixel Club。那在这边呢，你可以花几分钟的时间创建一个像素丰富的 NFT，而且呢，你可以在这个24×24像素的画布上设计一个创世纪版本，也就是我们说的 Genius Version。那其他用户呢，可以在你这个版本上去创造出各种各样颜色丰富的其他版本，并且呢，Dixel Club 也是一个多链的 NFT 发布平台。那在以太坊、在 BNB 智能链、在 Polygon、在 OKX Chain，那这些链上都可以去轻松的铸造你的 NFT。So have you ever heard, ever wanted to launch your own NFT collection and gather NFT holders? So this Force Open Day takes a look at a special NFT project, Dixel Club, and where you can create a pixel NFT in minutes. You can design a genius version on a 24 plus 24 pixel canvas, and other users can, make a variety of color versions based on the genius's version. And Dixel Club is even a multi-chain NFT publishing platform where you can easily cast in Ethereum, BNB Smart Chain, Polygon, OKX Chain, etc. 那我们就话不多说进入到本期开放日的分享环节，和 Dixel Club 一起创造属于你的 NFT。So without further ado, let's dive right into tonight's session exploring NFT with Dixel Club. Now let's get a warm welcome to Mr. Cho.
Thank you. Thank you so much. A lovely introduction, Justin. Hi, everyone. My name is YoungHwi, co-founder and designer of Dixel Club. Hao, and that's the only Chinese word I can speak. So please understand, I'm going to just speak in English. Before I begin my presentation, I'm going to share my screen because I prepared a little presentation for today's sessions. By the way, thank you so much for the great invitations for the Force Open Day. Actually, I saw Force Community presentation in Token 2049 in Singapore a month ago. It was a great session hosted by Filecoin, I guess. And then that's why I wanted to share my experiences and about some NFT trends and market and how to form communities by using interesting NFT creation tools. So that's how today's session is formed. So yeah, thank you so much again. So my name is YoungHwi. I'm a designer mostly. So far, I have about 7 to 8 decentral applications that I designed. You may know that the DApps, we call DApp decentral applications. DApps design process is quite different to the Web2 products because of the non-custodial wallet connections and all the on-chain transaction systems. So I believe that NFT will become a mainstream with the Web3 world. So I hope that today's session will be beneficial for you guys too, to give you some sense of how to utilize those NFT technologies for your community formation and also make them grow further away by using those non-fungible tokenization tactics. All right. Before I introduce about Dixel Club, I want to have a little kind of assumption about the market. Like many people said that NFTs, and then all the Web3, big buzzwords and all the price pumping and downs, those kind of stuff always kind of, give some vague feeling about the market. So I love to I love to. Oh, sorry, it's my slide is in another. I'm so sorry. Yeah, is now my slide is well visible, right? Justin, is my slide well visible?
Yes, yes, it's okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I think there was like a little a little fuzz on the screens. Sorry. So I love to mention about some numbers about the Web3 markets because like think about like you begin some new businesses, a new community in a Web3 world. Then you have to know about how many total population in this market that I can target for. That's quite important approaches in my opinion. So I love to discuss about this, like total targetable number of users. When I get to this part, first of all, you may need to think about how many people in the world that are affordable to make some on-chain transactions in Ethereum. Because, when someone is involving with NFT, like especially for minting NFT or purchasing, trading NFTs, it requires some tokens, platform tokens, especially in Ethereum. The token price is quite expensive. The gas price is quite expensive. So it is very important for you to know that how many total wallet addresses that they can, have at least a couple of transactions in relation to the NFT trading or even minting or NFT creations, right? When I check out some data in a Financial Express in Glassnode, there is some number is saying 21 million. Sorry, this is a little. Now you can see the full number, right? Yes. 21 million wallets that has at least 0.01 Ethereum, like 0.01 Ethereum is not that expensive, not that enough tokens for you to purchase something, right? But it is a little enough tokens that you can make very minimum level of on-chain transactions. That's why I love this number. And you can think that this is kind of like, the entire populations in the world that you can target for, which is quite small numbers at the moment. Like when you think about total global populations from 15 to 64 years old, which is kind of adult years old, like it's just like 0.43% of the total population, which is extremely small, population. So we can think that still, when you try to think about your community on top of Web3 world, you have to think that, okay, this is very small targets you can begin with, and then you have to think about like, growing your community, number of the communities with growing entire Web3 market size. So you're kind of onboarding the ship together with other products. That's kind of like approaches for you to do that. And also some interesting numbers about like, that you what you need to think about can be like how many new users coming into the market every day. That is very difficult to get because, for example, when you think of Facebook, and then when you think about how many new users generated on the Facebook, it's pretty easy to calculate because they can just like, extract the data from like sign up numbers of today's sign up numbers of the Facebook, so sort of like that, which is quite clear data, right? But in Web3 world, it is quite difficult to define what is a new user, like, I mean, are they like people who firstly trade of the Bitcoin, firstly trade of Ethereum, or even firstly, make some on-chain transaction, which is quite vague definition. So this is why I like to use this data, like, new users per week in the MetaMask, because as you know, MetaMask is the biggest, non-custodial wallet for entire Web3 users utilizing, right? So when you think about like new users who that install the MetaMask and they're making their on-chain transaction via MetaMask, that can be the biggest number of the new users, right? And this is also incredibly small. As you can see, every day there are about 33,000, it ranges like mostly from 20,000 to 50,000, and then just fluctuating within less than 100,000 level, which is quite a small number per week you can think of. So yeah, when you try to build up some community project in the Web3 world, like if someone says like okay, our project is like targeting like a millions people, 10 million people of the monthly active users, sort of like that. That's kind of red light, that's not possible in this market situations, because as you can see in the data, even the target total population is like less than 30 million, like just about 20 million. And also every day there's only 30 to 50,000. Even it's not every day, it's every week. This is like weekly data. So every week there are only like 30 to 50,000 new users entering this market. So you should think about like you're dealing with quite small but very early adopting users that dealing with your community. But surprisingly, and also as Justin mentioned about it, like the NFT market has huge boom like a couple of years ago, right? Like, and you can see there's a first spike happened in around like 2000 in the summer of the 2021. I think that was called as the first NFT summer in my memory. At the time, suddenly people start to talk about NFTs, and the board of the BAYC, the monkey ape things, they become like everywhere in the world, and then people suddenly jumping into NFT. That was the kind of first spike up. And the second spike up happened in early 2022, as you can see. At the time, the overall daily trading volume of NFTs is exceeding $1 billion, which is a remarkable number in terms of NFT trading. And then at the time, you may remember that suddenly there are so many NFT projects, so many crypto projects even converting to NFT project by issuing a lot of NFTs and selling NFTs. And there are a lot of wars like, floor price and, daily transactions of the NFT trading. And there are even a market making system for NFT trading. So it was really crazy at the time. And, now you see like, there's a huge downturn of the overall NFT trading volume. So when you see this chart and you see these numbers, is it okay for me to ask a question, Justin? Hello, are you there? Sorry, I just love to have some conversations during this presentation, but I guess that there's some technical issues for doing it. So yeah, I'll just keep going for my presentation. I'm sorry about that. Usually I ask the question in this slide, when you see these numbers and then you see this chart, you think that the jumping into NFT, NFT project is not a good idea, right? It obviously is a downturn, and the target number is pretty small. When you target the Web2 projects, Web2 product, even you think about community project in targeting Web2 people, there are a huge number of the populations, and then there are a huge number of the money there. But in NFT, it's clearly downturn, and then there are pretty small number of that. Then this is not a good time to do that. But this is the what I wanted to talk about. There is a reason why there was a downturn in the NFT market like that. So first of all, most of the NFT projects utilize NFT as a ICO tool. You remember ICO, like initial coin offering? There's a huge ICO boom in 2017, 2018. Suddenly, so many projects issuing their fungible tokens and then raising huge amount of funds, and then their business roadmap was super fancy, and then they were very active in the beginning. But whenever they launched their product, actual product was not that powerful than they promised. And then after that, lots of the projects disappeared. This is what happened in the 2017, 2018 ICO boom. Exact same thing happened during this period with NFT. So many projects suddenly just utilized NFT as a ICO tool. That's the reasons. It's not the inherited problem of NFT. It's just how the project utilized those NFT as a tool for their ICO. So you may remember that there are so many projects suddenly saying that PFP project, picture for profile. I don't know. I still don't know what the full name of the PFP. But suddenly, so many NFTs launched with the generative art forms. There are lots of parts and then random algorithm to mint your new NFT, which is called as a PFP. And then the people are competing a lot. People used to be competing a lot to get the whitelist, to get mint of some of the NFTs. And then, this is what happened. Many projects brag about their 10,000 pieces are sold out within 5 minutes. And then what happened after that is the floor price is slashing down after a couple of months. And then many people make fun of your NFT purchases. Basically, that happens a lot during this period, and then people just get disappointed from the NFT projects because of those things. So in this case, I still remember that there is a really insightful conversation happened in Token 2049 a month ago in Singapore. There was a session, conversation between Whale Shark, the person in the left, and the Punk 6529. They are very, very legendary NFT collectors in the market. Mostly Whale Shark collects art spaces NFTs, while the Punk 6529 purchases PFP types of NFTs like BAYC or CryptoPunks. And the entire conversation was very insightful. But what Whale Shark mentioned about NFT as a technology, this is very insightful conversation. So I wanted to show you guys.
Whale Shark, what's your answer?
So firstly, I just want to say, again, being on stage with 6529 was truly an honor, and I really do applaud his inclusivity approach to the answers that he provided today. But the best critiques for me are, number one, NFT technology is just that. It's a technology, like the TCP and IP protocols that are required for us to use the internet. And it's not an industry. So when we approach NFT as an industry, I think it's obvious. And really, art is an industry, gaming is an industry, VR and metaverse are an industry. NFTs are not. They are just a technological enabler. The second critique.
Yeah, I think this is really key insights what he tried to deliver. NFT is not an industry. I agree with it. NFT is just a technology like TCP/IP, like Internet Protocol. It was born to be a token standard, as you remember. There was a ERC20, which is fungible tokens, Uniswap token is ERC20 tokens. There's more than 1,000 fungible tokens, right? That's not industry. Nobody calls that fungible token industry. That's just a token standard, right? And there's an ERC 721. This is the NFT token standard. But suddenly people start to talk about NFT as an industry. We're jumping on the NFT industry. We're gonna be the leading project in this market, sort of like that. And Whale Shark pointing out that NFT is not an industry. And the reason why we have this downturn is because most projects jumping on the NFT see the NFT as an industry. That's why they think the NFT is a great ICO tool. So that was the wrong part for many of the projects approaching this market. So that's why we launched Dixel Club like July this year. We wanted to change those minting process by more very like customizing way for the token minters, so that the project launcher can utilize their project more targeting for the holders, and then the holders minting those NFTs and then growing the community or project together rather than selling off entire pieces at first and then begin their project. This is the key part of the Dixel Club. So when you use Dixel Club and then launch your own NFT project, first of all, you just design this 2420 pixel form of the NFT, and then you just launch it first. Then people are going to change the color variation of your design, and then they're going to mint by themselves rather than the randomized version of the minting like a token generation process. So by using that way, you can grow your minters, and then they're gonna share your project with other people by promoting them to mint their NFTs by themselves. It's more like a custom process of making their NFT rather than randomly selling or randomly printing out for them. So which is a far more meaningful way for you to utilize those NFT to grow your product and community. I'll show you some couple of examples. This project is called Bunko. They run some learn-to-earn basis applications, and then they use Dixel Club as a ticket generation tool for their community members. So like they did some raffle event, and then anyone who wants to join the raffle event have to have this NFT in Dixel Club. And then it was a really fun event for them to generate those raffle tickets. This is a charity event called the Hildy World. It's really beautiful. Like their NFT is like holding heart with each other like that. And then every 10th Hildy NFT is minted, and all the minting money goes to the charity automatically. So this is quite interesting model of the charity. This is like a running challenges community called Rabbit Run. So the NFT holders have to pay the minting fee to get the NFT, and then join the daily running challenges. And then at the every month, only the people who succeed their targets can join some like a wrap-up party by using those treasury funds, which is quite interesting way to run some community like a DAO-based model by using this simple NFT tool. This project is called AdDAO. They also issue their NFTs via Dixel Club, and then every week they do the weekly raffle event for the members to get the actual art pieces. So they purchase some famous artist art, or even they get some donation from an artist, and then they do the raffle event for their community, their NFT holders, which is quite interesting community model. So as you can see, by using the Dixel Club, people trying NFT as a tool to run something like their community or DAO or their even app businesses, rather than promoting their holders to trade. So far those NFTs to focus on the trading market, that was a huge market. It was like over $1 billion level of the trading volume at the moment. And then they get some trading fee of that, right? That was the main business model. But in this model, like a community basis NFT project, minting is the biggest one rather than trading. And then they focus on the minting process. This is why we call minting market. And we believe that the minting market will become mainstream of the next NFT boom rather than trading market. At the moment, the market share of the minting market is assumed that just less than 2%. This is a kind of rough calculations based on the June analytics. So please understand that this may not be a very exact number, but we presume that this market share will be increasing because there are a lot of projects are jumping into the NFT with this small number of targeting and then growing way of their NFT project, rather than selling out 10,000 pieces at the first time and then doing something by using those minters. So that already becomes outdated model. So we presume that the minting market will be like bigger and bigger time by time, and then by that, Dixel Club can be the main tools. We wish for that, yeah. And also, in the like institutions and companies, their NFT like, so for some tech companies who does nothing with a Web3 project, still they want to be involving with something Web3 project, even NFTs, right? So in Korea and also in global level, there are many companies contacted us to provide some NFT education by using Dixel Club tool. So this is what we're doing right now, which is called Dixel NFT Academy. So we use Dixel Club as a tool to create the fun NFT collections for the participants from the companies. And then we provide very exciting NFT education platform, education contents for them. So far, there are many big companies in Korea ran this kind of NFT education programs with us, and also I think in this Wednesday, this Thursday, we even have a Dixel NFT academic session with the Google California. So if anyone who are interested in that, please contact us. This program is completely free. If you are interested in that program, we go there, or via online, we can provide an NFT education program for your institutions, community, or whatever the purpose is for that. All right. Actually, I created some demo for the participants, but I believe that there's not enough time left for running those demos. So I'll just show you the link of you to experience about the Dixel Club. So when you, when you go to the dixelclub.com, and then you will see fourth open day 255 POA. I thought that, like kind of fourth community is more like, opening up the new space for the Web3, right? So that's why I choose like a kind of interesting looking spaceman concept, and then F is kind of the fourth community. So this is how I designed for that, and then this is Dixel Club logo. So this is kind of can be used for like a proof of attendance of this session. So anyone who are interested in that, this is free minting, so you can try to connect the Polygon mainnet, and then you can try to mint your own POA NFT by changing the color preference like that. This is very exciting way to mint your own NFT like that, rather than just like, random generations or some sort of like that. So please try by yourself by going to dixelclub.com, and then you will see the fourth open day 255 POA. Since this is the, first of all, Dixel Club is a multi-chain platform. So you can create any NFT project in Ethereum, Clayton, all other EVM chains. But this POA NFT is issued via the Polygon chain. So if you don't have any Matic tokens, don't worry about that. When you go the education/Polygon, you can get some you can get some free Matic tokens to experience how to mint the NFT in via Dixel Club. I'll share this link with the Force community team too, so that you can use this facet for you to utilize Magic Chain. All right. So yeah, this is all I prepared today. Thank you so much listening my presentation, and please ask any questions if you have. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Cho, for such a wonderful sharing. And would you just quit the sharing and I'll share my screen. So yeah, thank you so much for guiding us through the NFT world and such a wonderful sharing. So it also have a very, to me, is kind of a novel ideas. As you see that, as you just mentioned, that the future is going to be the NFT minting market instead of the NFT trading market. This is quite a novel idea to me because before that, I have never, never bumped into that kind of notion. So this is kind of new, but it's also very interesting, and I'd like to explore. So if anyone also have this kind of if you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment down below. And we'll pick some of the questions to answer. I'll probably ask Mr. Cho. So yeah, thank you so much for the sharing. And before this session, before end of this session, we also prepare like 3 questions for Mr. Cho to answer. Mr. Cho, would you just quit the sharing and I'll just take control of the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. Here we go. 所以呢，刚刚其实Mr. Cho 也做了一个非常详细的介绍，从我们的 NFT 市场的大概的一个现在的一个情况，以及后面 Dixel Club 的一个整个完整的一个一些非常好玩、非常有趣的一些功能，大家可以去尝试。当然，他也介绍一个非常新颖的一个怎么说呢，是一个新颖的概念，就是说未来的 NFT 市场，他认为可能更多的是一个 NFT 铸造市场，而不是 NFT 的一个交易市场。那这个铸造的过程 NFT 会作为一种工具，那它可能在其中所占的比例会越来越高。那这可能是一个对我而言也是之前没有听说过的一个概念。那我们也可以期待一下未来会不会按照我们 Mr. Cho 的一个想法去发展呢？那另外的话 ，Mr. Cho 也为我们准备了一个 POA 的一个 NFT 证明，它是在 Polygon 链上，那也是免费去铸造的。如果大家有兴趣的话，也可以去参与到其中登录到我们 Dixel Club 的一个官网去参与铸造。那我们也会把链接地址贴到我们的视频下方。那结束以后呢，大家也可以去点击链接登录，尝试一下我们的NFT 的铸造。那在本期的分享结束之前呢，我们还为Mr. Cho 准备了三个问题。那第一个问题呢，就是当下主流的 NFT 涵盖了非常多的风格。我们也想知道 Mr. Cho 为什么会选择像素风格。So there are many styles of NFT out there in the current NFT marketplace. So why did you choose Pixel NFT at the very first place?
Yeah, there's a reason why we choose Pixel NFT, because first of all, this is really easy, like for example, Justin, are you good at like illustrating something or like drawing something?
Yeah. I certainly have the kind of experience of drawing something pre-NFT before.
A wrong person to ask. Most of the people actually cannot draw well, right? Like including me, I'm not a good drawer too. So if you think you can, like you launch your NFT project, you have to make illustration of your NFT art form, right? Which is extremely difficult job. But in the pixel form, especially 2420 pixel, it's quite easy. Even like my daughter can draw very easily the pixel form art. That's why we choose pixel art. And also, if you draw a little well, then pixel art looks amazing. Actually, it looks really interactive and fun. That's why we choose pixel art form.
Yeah, thank you for answering. It's very, very interesting, and especially given the previous cases, like some successful cases, like a Punk, Cyberpunk, which is really a hype, in the entire NFT marketplace, and still some of those OGs are using Punks as their profile picture. So yeah, I think NFT have a lot of has a variety of NFT categories, and Pixel is really a good start, like for everyone, for beginners to get started with, and then it can look amazing when you put them correctly. All right, thank you. Yeah. So our next question. 作为多链 NFT 项目，那也是你们的一个优势和特色。那为什么你们会选择用多链来构建项目呢？ 那多链的未来是不是 NFT 以后的一个发展趋势呢？ So, why would you choose to build a multi-chain project? Do you think building cross-chain project is the future trend for the entire NFT marketplace?
I think those two questions are quite different. It's really easy to answer for the first question. Why do we choose the multi-chain project? Because there are multi-chains in the world. And Dixel Club is a tool for you to create NFT collections without any coding and then any design effort. So as a tool, of course, it's important to support as many chains we can. So which is quite important as a NFT generation tool. But the second question is about, like a future, predictions, I mean, I still believe the power of Ethereum chain. So still there are many chains that are based on EVM, Ethereum virtual machine basis, right? But every chain has a pros and cons at the moment. And there is not any one single chain can overcome entire drawbacks of the other chains. So every chain has pros and cons. That's why we think that the supporting multi-chain is quite important at the moment, because some people may choose Ethereum, but some other people may choose Matic chain for some different reasons. And we have to target both of the customers, of course. But in the far later, I don't know, like maybe some other chain suddenly popping up and then, compete entire other chains, then obviously that chain will overcome, entire market share. Who knows?
Yeah, cool. Thank you. So, and before we're moving on to the last question, I actually, hearing from your answers, I actually have one more question to add, because we're talking about multi-chain project, we're talking about the future and prediction for the entire market, and I'm suddenly, what comes to my mind is that what could be your what could be your options? Based on what would you choose to build a project on that chain? So you're currently support like Polygon, OKX chain, BSC chain. You got a lot of options out there, and there's a lot of emerging new chains, which is about to launch or probably is kind of currently training out there. So what is your, I would say, how would you choose your kind of chain, which chain you were built on? Is it because some of the chains have very low gas fee, or some of the chain that kind of some other high TPS? So what is your, I would say, the evidence, or what's the base, and what's your take on, the choices of different chains?
I think this is a really important question, especially for anyone who think about launching an NFT project. Yeah, so in my opinion, I would choose Ethereum chain if you think that your NFT addition is extremely important for the long term to exist in the chain. Ethereum is the main of the main chains. So if you have your asset, NFT tokens in the Ethereum chain, that can be, more stable and then long lasting there, right? Compared to other side chains, right? But if you think that your NFT project is more related to the like a transaction basis, that your users are expected to make more often on-chain transactions, then Ethereum obviously is not a good options for you because of the expensive gas price and a very slow speed of the transactions. In that case, you may think about Solana, or if you keep thinking about the Ethereum basis, then the Clayton is also one of the good options because it's still the same EVM basis, but it's extremely fast and cheap. So yeah, you can think of it this way. If you think that your NFT asset value is very important for the long term, then yeah, definitely go for the Ethereum. If you think that the daily transaction basis business is more important for your model, then you have to think about the side chains or alternative chains that has cheaper and faster on-chain transactions.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your answer. And I totally agree. I totally agree with your answers. So it depends on what kind of NFT you want to mint, what you want to create, and if you want to be more long lasting, you probably have to build it on Ethereum mainnet ERC20. And if you want to do it for some other reasons, maybe choose a chain with low gas fees. Sounds like a better option.
Yes, definitely.
Right. So let's move on to our last question today. 目前的 NFT 总市值呢已经超过了216亿美金。那您是怎么看待未来行业的发展前景的？以及说下一步的发展，那需要解决哪些痛点？So the total market value of NFT has now exceeded $21.6 billion. So how do you see the future prospects of the industry and what pain points need to be addressed in the next step of the development?
Yeah, I think that this is the most important questions today, like everyone need to think about. I addressed a little bit about this during my presentations. I believe that the NFT market will shift to the kind of minting basis rather than trading basis. Like at the moment, the market value, which is exceeded over $21 billion, was possible because of trading. But when you see the NFT trading, there are a lot of weird things, like for one same NFT edition, keep having multiple transactions every day from some mysterious wallet. We call them like a market making services. And the market making services is not really suitable for the NFT model, in my opinion, because that was like a fungible token model at the moment. And then those market making services for the NFT actually made a bubble of the trading volume. So I see that this will be faded out when those trading basis business model will fade out. And right now, there are a lot of small size and like a micro size projects are growing in the NFT scene, especially in Korea. There's a project called Bug City, like the bugcity.io. They're extremely big in Korea in terms of the NFT, and then there are a lot of sub communities in that Bug City project. Their NFTs are not traded in the market. They focus on minting, and then they keep generating new NFT for the users to mint out, and then it has some services on the minting. So yeah, I believe that those services or value proposition will be connected to each of the minting process, and then the minting will be the mainstream in the NFT for the future of the NFTs. This is my honest opinion about that.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your answer. And I personally would try it out, the Block City and then afterwards to see. Sounds pretty much fun. It sounds pretty popular in Korea, but I haven't tried it out. Probably next time if we have contact with Block City, we'll probably introduce the project to our audience as well. So yes, as you mentioned, there's currently because of the market making mechanism, because currently probably the foreseeable storm is approaching, as there's a huge bubble going on there, and we never know when the bubble is going to blow up. And so there are some potential risks we have to take precautions. So thanks so much for today's sharing. And so I believe everyone here have a much deeper understanding towards the NFT world and have a better understanding of what Dixel Club is doing right now. And if you have interested, make sure that you check this out. There's a lot of cool features on their website, and we will make sure to attach links down our video in the descriptions and the comments down below. And wherever you access, no matter it's on a Twitter or YouTube, you'll always find the link to Dixel Club, and we'll make sure you do that. So yes, thank you so much for everything. And I think we're going to wrap it up today. And it's more sharing from Mr. Cho. Thank you very much. And thanks again. We'll see you guys next Tuesday at the same time. So yeah, be there or be square. And 好的，非常感谢 Mr. Cho 今晚非常精彩的分享。那相信今天听完这次 Mr. Cho 的一个分享呢，对整一个 NFT 的一个市场也有了一个新的认知。那对于这个 Dixel Club 在做的一些项目和产品呢，应该也有一定的更深入的认知。他们在做的一些他们在做的这个平台上面有非常酷的一些 NFT 的功能，大家可以去尝试。我们也会在直播结束以后把 Dixel Club 的链接贴到我们对应的视频描述栏中，以及我们的评论区当中都可以找到Dixel Club 的链接。所以呢，本期的视频呢，我们就分享的内容就到这边。那我们下期同一时间，下周二的7点钟，我们不见不散。So that's all for today, and bye bye. Thank you.